So, Marry Poppins.
Marry Poppins Returns.
Marry Poppins. Jonesy.
Soulless.
Soulless.
Heartless.
You saw it too?
Cash grab. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, out of 100.
About 55.
55?
55.
You're more generous than me. I wasn't expecting.
There are good things about it. I mean, Emily
Yeah.
Blunt is very talented. Lin-Manuel Miranda is very talented. And that's all the good things I have to say about that movie.
And Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, yes.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke was in it.
Dick Van Dyke was by far the best part of that.
He was awesome.
Absolutely. But it made it even worse because I was totally okay with Julie Andrews not being in the movie until I saw Dick Van Dyke. And then it just really made me go, okay, now would be a good time. You know, it made me want that.
Is she not dead?
No. She's actually an Aquaman.
Why the hell wasn't she in it then?
She's an Aquaman?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
She is.
I didn't notice.
She does a voice in Aquaman.
You know what?
Yeah, the big sea monster.
That is perfect. It is. Because Julie Andrews obviously took one look at Marry Poppins Returns and it was like, not!
Yeah.
Whatever they say in Britain.
Right.
No, thank you.
I think it's Nerf.
Yeah.
Let me make one thing absolutely clear. I never reprise anything.
The movie was fine.
The movie was such garbage.
Hold on, let's finish this out. I would have given it like a 69 and a half.
Well, you're uncultured.
Yeah. I actually gave it a 65.
Right.
There were plenty of very serviceable things about the movie.
Absolutely.
The thing is that it didn't need to be a movie. This should have been a string...
A Broadway production?
No, this should have been a string of music videos that they play between stuff on the Disney Channel. Like, that's what it really felt like.
No.
Yeah, okay. What is so compelling about
It's
this?
a fine story. It's a very well contained story in the Mary Poppins universe. It is absolutely fine.
I'm sorry, what's the movie about?
It's about the movie is about what are you guys staring at me for?
Because I think Jonesy and I noticed something about the narrative in this movie.
Yeah.
Very confused.
Okay, I think it's a fine movie about what happens to Michael as he becomes an adult and he has struggles with holding onto the house from his childhood, and there are lessons in there about finding your childhood again as an adult.
Michael never lost his childhood. He's a hopeless dreamer who's losing the house because he's pursuing an art career that's going nowhere in the middle of a depression.
Oh man!
In fact, he's never grown up.
Yeah, he did.
No, he's very specific.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He got a job.
His wife was
His
the
wife took
adult.
care of everything.
Well, that's part of. Well,
In fact, Mary Poppins probably crippled him.
that was the problem when she was alive. But when after she died, he got a job at the bank.
Yeah.
And he was so
Part-time.
worried
Yeah,
about
part-time.
so worried
Yeah.
about the money because that's all they would give him.
Yeah.
He wasn't
exactly.
he wasn't doing art anymore.
No. What he said. They said, "No, father, you work at the bank." Yes, part time. I really am an artist.
That's what he says, but he's never doing art. He's not doing art anymore.
Yeah, that's true too. No, I think Jonesy, you probably hit the nail on the head. That Mary Poppins probably did more harm than good. She certainly did more harm than good in this movie.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. Because there's this thing that happens in movies where you have plots and then you have your subplots, and the subplots aren't supposed to take up too much time. Where in sitcoms and serial storytelling, you'll have A plots and B plots, where characters that you're not utilizing will go off doing their own thing, and it explains what's going on with that characters while the other ones are doing the meat and potatoes of the A plot. So this movie has an A plot and a B plot instead of a plot and a subplot.
Okay.
Where you have the plot, which is Michael's about to lose the house.
Right.
And he has shares that he's lost track of that Mary Poppins tried to have thrown away. And then you have the B plot where Mary Poppins is teaching the kids something. And they're both kind of given equal screen time when one is obviously just the plot and the other one is this little detail, kind of the way the original Mary Poppins was. The big plot was actually allowing George to find himself emotionally, and the kids were a little bit of a detail. This was really a story about George. And so now we have equal billing between these two very disparate ideas.
I think it's a story about balance, because the kids are the ones that actually, because they're the ones who have taken over for their mother and taken care of their father, and where they have to find out they had to find out how to be kids and be silly.
But they didn't.
They did.
No,
I think they did.
It was addressed very poorly with like a few lines here and there.
Yeah, the only one who really was the youngest, who was already like had that childish mindset.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was fine.
And
it almost feels like at the end of the movie, everyone is exactly the same as when they started.
Yeah.
They just have the house. Dick Van Dyke just kind of said, "Hey, here you go. You're wealthy, so whatever."
Yeah. Here's a question.
I kind of did say that, actually. I said that everybody forgets. Everybody forgets about Mary Poppins anyway. So she was never there. Although the journey was fun.
Is she simultaneously Pennywise the clown? She's terrorizes Britain in a slightly different way.
I think she's of the same species.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I think that's actually a great theory.
Yeah.
No, okay, fine. I didn't get a lot out of it as far as like this is the message of the story that we all need to learn from Mary Poppins. I didn't get that at all. I just had fun along the way.
Yeah, I could have forgiven a bad, story arc and plot had the music itself not just been so flat and dull. Like
I didn't mind the songs.
Trying to write songs
Hum one.
to capture the spirit of Mary.
I don't remember any of them.
Hum
Exactly.
one song.
I don't remember songs very well from movies I saw about 4 weeks ago.
But like the music from Mary Poppins, it was back in what 1964.
I'm not trying. I know I'm trying to defend the music. I don't think it pales. It does not even come close to the original.
Yeah, but
I just thought it was fine. I didn't think it was great.
It's so just flat lines.
Yeah.
Music flat lines.
Now, one thing about the music in the original Mary Poppins is that it was very manipulative. It was sing-songy. They had simple tunes, and they said individual words and phrases over and over and over again.
Spoonful of sugar.
Yeah,
everyone knows that. Yeah,
every single one of the songs has a core like that. Yeah. One of them is only the repetitive.
Step in time, step in time, step in time, step in time.
Reason, give me a rhyme. Step in time.
Yeah. Just bad, needless, dumb.
I see where you guys are coming from, but I'm just not. I can't go that far. I thought it was fine. It could have been better. I don't think that, and I think that we have this problem over and over and over again as they keep remaking or making sequels 20 years after the original. We keep having these same issues, and I think I just like to take a step back and try to judge these things separately from their origins, because
so do I.
Most of the time, if you do that, you're going to be disappointed.
Sure. Okay, so owing to nothing, why is Angela Lansbury's character in the movie? Why does she come up out of nowhere?
No idea.
No
idea.
There were plenty of new characters in this that were fully explained, but Angela Lansbury as the balloon woman in the last 5 minutes isn't.
I think that was just meant to be a cute scene. I don't think
it was probably
anything.
a scene that was written for Julie Andrews.
Right.
And when she said no, they were like, "Oh, we gotta keep it in though. We've already, we got the balloons."
You're right. Because Disney, what might be the largest company on the planet,
We've got the balloons.
already bought $150 worth of balloons. We're not just gonna take a bath here.
Not in the balloons. Well, they were magic balloons. So.
Do we want to talk about how about 3 years ago my brother said that there was going to be rap numbers in the new Mary Poppins?
He did say that.
And there were two.
What?
There are 2 rap numbers.
They can't be rap numbers if I don't remember them.
Yeah, I think that they're probably the thing that's done the best in the movie, because they have the guy from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Just checking. Just making sure it's still recording. Sorry.
I think that there may have been pressure, or there was a contractual obligation or something like that.
They're like, "Hey, do the Hamilton thing."
And so there's
I don't remember
There's
these.
2 instances of beat poetry.
Yeah,
it's beat poetry.
Yeah, it's in the there's the one in the portion when they're in the bowl and they're doing the song and he's having to go up like the little staircase thing.
Yeah, where
and
they
she's
sing.
like, the quicker you do it, the quicker you'll be done.
Oh.
Yeah, and so so
Okay, so it loosely is
that-
defined as rap.
Then they did it again in Topsy Turvy.
Sure. Which one's Topsy Turvy? Is that the one with
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I actually went to the restroom.
I also went to the restroom in that portion.
Yeah, so I didn't remember that at all.
You guys not know when to take your restroom breaks in movies?
That was a good time because I
Snuck
came
up
back
on me.
when I was talking to Frank after the movie, and I was like, hey, did anything actually happen? And she's like, I have no idea why they were there. I knew why they were there. They're trying to get the bowl fixed, but it was a side quest. It was not a part of the movie, really.
See, I decided to take my bathroom break during the big dumb ending. Because
The balloons?
no. That's
Before
the
that
big climax.
the bank and the
yeah.
Monsters Inc.
Mary Poppins is an asshole.
Yes.
They climb the damn clock tower for no reason. She can just fly up there and fix it, which is what she did anyway.
It's not like she didn't. It's not like she helped.
Yeah.
She did exactly what they set out to do.
Right. All they did was shut off the light.
Yeah.
Which didn't who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. That was.
Do you know why it worked in the original Mary Poppins? Why it's very clear that Masters of the Craft made the original? Mary Poppins is a god for all intents and purposes, fully capable of changing anything about her physical world, but the conflicts in the original Mary Poppins weren't physical, they were emotional.
Sure.
She wasn't trying to fix problems for you, she was trying to fix who you were.
Right.